Hello and welcome to Loyalty to the Leaf of Cigar Experience. My name is Faraj Shabazz, and I'm here today with you to discuss and invite two of my favorite people to do an interview with the ambassador of cigars, Mr. Moses Haynes, and she's so pretty, Miss Veeb. She also does cigar, Miss Veeb. She's also here. Those are some of the things that also we are looking at. But it also goes into after a long hard day, after we work hard, we deal with situations on a daily basis that can take us to a certain area. After that certain area take us to, we have to come home to rewind. And there's nothing better than coming home to rewind to a good cigar, especially in the morning, and a nice hot cup of coffee. For me, when I'm smoking, it's called an inch. The inch cigar is by EP EP Carello. It's a 70 by 70. It's a Maduro. It's very. It's got a nice, strong taste to it, and it's very relaxing. That's a good word I'm looking for. So I do have my guests. I'm just waiting on the guests to arrive. They should be here shortly, uh, and I'm just waiting on them to come in now. So if you have any comments or anything you would like to say or do for my guests, please go into the uh, YouTube at Loyalty to the Leaf, and also Instagram Loyalty to the Leaf, also Facebook Loyalty to the Leaf. It will be updated later date on Facebook, and we can definitely look into that, getting that taken care of in a later date. We can do Facebook Live as well. Uh, both of my
Lunch. I'm at work on this day job today.
Oh
Oh,
man, I'm
okay.
so sorry to
Earning
interrupt
these
your day,
people
but
check.
I appreciate you doing this on your lunch hour.
You're
I
fine. I had to have listen. They weren't gonna get too far without me having this already, and I saved it. So
Uh,
so hey Mo, and if
yeah.
that don't work afterwards, you can give me a call and I'll work on anything for you if you let me log into your computer from home here.
Okay.
What they don't know is I live here in Gary, Indiana. Mose, you were in where, Dallas,
Yeah, Dallas.
and Miss V, is it Vi or V?
V
V, you're in where you
in
located?
Georgia.
Okay, now I'm okay. So uh, for my viewers, you say my name is Farad, as Mo would call it, the African prince, the African king. Uh, Today we're here just to speak about their insights into the cigar world. Miss V have a great podcast I watch, the Auntie's Chronicle. She give
Mhm.
insights to different kind of cigars, like going into a lounge. If your cigar goes out, why you have to light it so much, things of that nature. Which I hope she have the time today, real quick, to give us an insight on. Mr. Moses Haynes here. He's an ambassador of cigars. The man has been doing it for so long. Uh, he have so many connections to distributors, so many connections to cigar lounges, cigar owners, cigar makers, not just in Dallas but in Illinois and Tennessee. Uh, Quick story: I'm going home to Little Rock. I'm looking for a cigar lounge to hang out at, and he called a friend of his and who owned a cigar Casa. I think that's named Havana or either Casa.
Cafe Havana.
Casa Habana, and he knew the owner. I get there, and the owner
Shout
give me,
out Jimmy. Hold on. Just get Jimmy a shout out, but go ahead.
oh yeah, that's the name Jimmy, right?
Yeah, Jimmy.
Jimmy. So Jimmy gave me a cigar, which was a great cigar. I mean, an expensive cigar and a great cigar. He gave that on love from Moses. So he is a very entrepreneur in the cigar world, and he's creating now a direct line for all lounge distributors and others that's coming into play in the near future. And today, that's what we want to talk about. I just want them to introduce themselves and give the world a view of who they are and what they do for the cigar community and the cigar world. And if you don't mind, more, I would like to start with Miss V.
Of course, man. You better start with that pretty woman.
Thank you. Thank you both. Well, my name is
Oh,
V. Um, Affectionately now known as the Cigar Auntie. That's the chronicles that you were talking about, in which I am a CCST Maestro, a certified Cigar Sommelier, Tobacconist Maestro. And I give daily CCST lessons in a non-traditional, non-uptight way. Literally sitting on my porch smoking is what you see repeated on the screen with different lessons with cigar etiquette, cigar education, refreshers for people that have been in the culture for a while, and then an educational piece for the newcomers, because we like to talk about the newcomers and how they are coming into the culture not knowing what they're doing, but who is taking the time to teach them, what to do when they get in there, because cigars to me have become more of a fad. In certain places, I hear a lot of people say, I don't even smoke, I just like to look, and to each his own. But I believe in educating, empowering, and equipping people, and that's through all things: day job, cigar etiquette, and everything. I also have a Cigar Concierge Service. That's a private cigar service that's mobile, that provides tabletop premium cigars to any event within the Georgia area. And then also we can travel, at a travel fee, but we'll do birthday parties. I provide pairings, other educational classes, and things of that nature on site. Cutting light for your cigars, your anniversary parties, and just the people that, because sometimes people just want to be home or in their own atmosphere. In partnership with Aficionados Mobile Cigar Lounge, which is owned by Kevin Blackman, and he has the actual mobile lounge that he brings, and he parks, and it seats a large amount of people on the inside, has the awning, drops on the outside. We add additional seatings to the outside. We have a mobile also cigar roller, Nico, she's available, and that just being a part with him and collaborating with them provides a lot of different things. So I'm V, again, the Cigar Auntie. You can catch me in the mornings giving out tips, tricks, trades, etiquette for lounges and cigar smokers.
All right.
But all right, that was a lot, but it was there. I like that. I do watch some of your chronics. That's why uh, I walked up on one or two, and then I got interested because some of the things you were saying. What I do is go to different cigar lounge, meet the owners, and discuss their community, the equity of the cigar lounge, the cigars they have, what type they have, and is there, as Moses once told me, are you a cigar lounge that sells cigars, or are you a cigar lounge that have cigars? But right now, I'm gonna let my man introduce himself. My best friend from many years ago, my best cigar buddy, Moses Haynes, the ambassador of it. Moses, go for it.
All right. Well, thank you and welcome. Um, well, first of all, let me say thank you for inviting me on this and giving me the opportunity to tell a little bit about myself. As Farad said, I'm an ambassador to a certain cigar lounges. One currently I'm dealing with now is Second City Cigar, along with Don Ralph Cigars. And they're branched basically out of the Midwest, pretty much in the South. And now they're trying to take over the West Coast as well. I've been ambassador now for roughly maybe anywhere between the 7 to 10 years. I've worked with different companies. I've worked with different factories. I've had the opportunity to go over to the Dominican twice to visit two factories. I made a lot of connections there as well. Also, I had started my own apparel line, as you can see back maybe that was what, maybe about 7 years ago. It's no longer in effect, but I will be bringing it back because I've improved some things on it. But I'm the founder and owner of Slow Burn Cigars and Apparels, and again, that will be coming into fruition sometime soon. Um, yeah, that's about it on me.
So, say V, when did you get into the cigar world? Because a lot of women now are smoking cigars. More so, I'm not gonna say more than men's, but they are available now. More women are getting involved. I did see you at an event where you was like, I think you was probably one or two women that was there, and you were like, everybody connected with you after they seen that you smoke cigars.
Yes, I've been actually smoking only for 6 years, going on 7, and I was at an event most recently out on the vineyard, hosted by ESPN, and I actually was the only female smoking there. But then, like you say, to my point, it shows where I actually started a connection with the guys that were smoking, and we had our own little lounge over in the corner, of the area. It was an outdoor event. And you're right, a lot of women are getting into smoking or coming into the lounges for whatever reasons. And so that's why I launched the CCST school that also offers Pretty Smokers 101, which is a short little etiquette lesson for women. Is no pass or fail, but when they enroll into the CCST school to get their CCST certification, I also break off into lounge etiquette for women, how to show up, safety, the smoke in your hair, your clothes, and just other things. So we won't just be looking like we're just in there for, I mean, to each his own, whatever reason you're coming, come on. But if you truly coming to smoke, then my heart is to partner with these women and teach them how to smoke.
Okay, great, man. That sounds good. Because definitely needed that. What about you, Mo? In your experience,
I ain't no woman.
now come on, you were hit in your
I
my
got to speak
lord.
on women.
In your experience, how long have you the experience of smoking? I know you were smoking, then you stopped, then you started back. But how long have you been doing this, and what made you get in it?
Oh wow. Well, let me say my first experience with a cigar. It was given to me on my 50th birthday, which was 12 years ago. And actually when I no, 13 years ago. I forgot I just turned 63. But anyway, during that time, a friend of mine, she gave bought a cigar for me. And of course I had no knowledge or idea. I'm just going by again what I saw on TV and everything else. So
Right.
I eventually get the thing cut, smoke it. Man, when I tell you I got sick as oh man, I got sick because nobody didn't tell me I was supposed to inhale.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, I ended up getting real sick behind it. And I was like, no, it's gotta be a better way to do this. So at that time, I think after maybe a month or so, I was like, I'm gonna give this a try again. And I ended up going to a cigar lounge. And
Right.
so from there, I just got a chance to talk to some guys there. They kind of gave me the insight on how to deal with cigars and what the culture was about and some things like that. And so that's what I guess prompted me into getting into cigars.
Okay, great. It, that sounds like a real good plan. Me and you have sat at many cigar lounge. We sat at many tables and smoked great cigars, had great debates, great conversation. For you, a cigar lounge is kind of like is it kind of like a place for us to go and just I'm not gonna say let your hair down 'cause I don't have any, but it's just to relax and just release, from a harsh day work and a harsh day life.
Man, listen, I don't want to offend anybody on this, on this podcast.
Ain't but three
Uh,
people.
well, I mean your viewers. I don't want to
Oh,
offend any of your viewers. But let me say, again, the extensive traveling that I did as far as being an ambassador and going to different cities, different lounges, mixing with multicultural lounges, I seem to enjoy those the best. Um,
okay.
if you ask me, my personal opinion has the cigar culture changed. Yes, I will say it definitely has changed.
Hmm.
Let me kind of correct you in that statement you had made earlier.
Okay.
Most of the time when I deal with cigar lounges, whether if I'm going in as an ambassador or if I'm going in, I try to get a feel of the lounge itself and how the culture is moving on the inside. And
Hmm.
one question I particularly always ask the owners or the managers, whoever I have the opportunity to speak with at that time, I ask them, are you a cigar lounge or are you a lounge that sells cigars? Because the culture has changed. And when I say the culture has changed, but the time and I'm not going to monopolize the conversation, but the time I spent in Dominican, I got to see again how it's again it's more of a relaxed and a laid back type of atmosphere there. I mean, you could walk down the street in the Dominican and hell, you could see a 14, 15-year-old kid smoking a cigar. That's the culture. That's the culture there. You could go and you'll see women smoking cigars. One of the things I realized though, while I was there in the Dominican, that women are not a whole lot. Let me rephrase that. A percentage of women are not viewed as business types when it comes to cigars. So technically, they still have that old school culture where, again, women aren't directly involved in that type of business. And I'm not saying that's a bad or good thing. It's just how that culture flows. Uh, right now, I've my experiences with lounges have been, again, this growing chain of it. For me, I embrace the conversations. It's like a golf course. I mean, and again, cut me off if I'm getting too long with the guys. Y'all please cut me off. Um, One of the things I've noticed lately is golf, cigar clubs were like golf course. That's where you went to do business, and that's where you network. That's where you met people. That's where you were able to, again, remove those racial cultural barriers and be able to have conversation with peoples for a long period of time. And I get it. The black culture was excluded from this. We were excluded to in cigar lounges. Only the certain elite were allowed to go in cigar lounges. And we just at that particular time happened not to be those ones chosen. Now
Mhm.
that we have gotten into the field of it, I think we've monopolized it to a sense of where, like I said again, we've changed the culture of it. Um, don't get me wrong. And again, this is no disrespect to anybody that's a lounge owner or what they do out there. Again, I mean, hey, how you move is how you move. But we've gotten into more of that party feel. And I think that loses a lot, from my personal opinion, it loses a lot of connections that we can make and continue to grow in the cigar field. I mean, it's kind of hard to talk to someone about business when you got music blaring in the background.
Did
And
that, did that.
yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it there. That's my opinion on that.
All right, cool beans, man. Cool, man. Listen, Miss V, what is your ultimate goal? What is your end game for you and your business uh, with everything you got going on? What's your end game for the cigars community?
Before I answer that, I want to also speak on the lounges, follow
Okay,
back behind Mo, because Mo gave very insightful information.
okay.
And now, some people can call me a baby in the game, right? Into cigars. But I
Okay.
started smoking because I was actually meeting guys in there that I was doing stand-up comedy with for the meetings. They would meet at the cigar lounges to talk business, like Mo was saying. I didn't smoke for the first year. I just started smoking because I kept going. Um, I've been on both sides. I see the culture from, I've seen it from all the sides. And I particularly, just like Mo, I love to travel, and I love the laid back lounge, old school light jazz. If anything is playing, maybe a TV or something like that. My favorite lounge in the Atlanta area, and I'm biased because my friends own it, is a Cigar Cigar Lounge. And the Cigar Cigar Lounge, it has two heads, because the Cigar Cigar Lounge has to keep the lights on, and then they also have to please the cigar smokers, right?
Mhm.
So when I came back from Houston, from Texas, they had built out a private side that sticks to that code of what we're talking about, that we want that quiet, you know, let me go in here and do business and things like that. But then also there's this other side that has a bar, and it's not always rowdy. They put a schedule of events out, and you get to choose what day you want to come. We tell you the DJ is going to be there on Wednesday nights and Friday nights and Sunday afternoons, and you don't want the DJ, then stay home.
Whoa.
Because they have to also keep their lights on. Because what I've noted, and I have several friends that own cigar lounges. One of my closest friends from the country, I'm from Albany, Georgia. He's from a small town all over. He owns the oldest cigar lounge in Atlanta area and was the first to add hookah. Now that was a slap in the face to
Ooh.
every cigar smoker to put hookah in a cigar lounge.
Yes, ma'am.
Taboo.
Disrespectful.
Taboo.
God ain't pleased, you know. But to be quite frank and honest, there is no right or wrong, but regular cigar smokers and they don't keep the lights on. So you're gonna have people that are gonna do it for the business, and they're gonna have to they're gonna have to run their business, and they're gonna do what it takes to monetize their business. And then you're gonna have people that have a love for the culture. The saddest thing I saw is somebody open up a cigar lounge in the past few months close in the area, and the owner said, I don't smoke cigars, I don't give a damn about cigars, I don't know nothing about cigars. That to me and other people is a slap in the face. But what that owner has realized is there is something that makes money. And to Mo's point, that is a lounge that sells cigars. To me, that is not a cigar lounge, right? And those are the places that my preference would allow me to stay away from, because so you have to pick and choose. But I will be honest and say that most people that claim that they are authentic smokers, and the culture is being messed up and the people are coming in and they're monopolizing on it, you don't put enough money into these organizations to keep these people doors open. You just don't. And it's no way possible. Owning a cigar lounge is hard as hell. That's why I never wanted a brick and mortar, because listen to this. A cigar, you're going to sit there and smoke it at minimum 1 hour, right? If you come in there and you only get one from me and you brought your own 5, you got 5 hours or 6 to sit in my business, use my Wi-Fi, drink my water. If I don't have a bar that sells alcohol and I don't have a restaurant that sells food, baby, you and your cigar and your cup of water ain't gonna get me nothing, especially if it's 10, 15, 20 of y'all in there. I'm not profiting. So if to me it has its two sides. So Mo, that's my opinion on it. Either you're gonna be making money or you're gonna be making friends, and it depends on what the people want and how they want to do it. And that's my experience. That's what I've seen. End goal for my business is really, I don't treat this like a business. This is passion to me, because my everyday life is HR. So I get to educate people, empower people, help people, put people to work, stop people from working if that's what their manager want them to do. And I take that with me personally. My oldest son is on the spectrum. He's hearing impaired. I dealt with an IEP. He's 23 years old, and I know structure and I like structure. So what I do, I'm a see something, say something type person. If I see something broke, I try to fix it. She Smokes Pretty is just an entry level way of people catered to women, but open to everybody. I just taught a young man how to smoke a cigar Sunday at an event to keep him from inhaling like you did, Mo, because people don't, he's a hookah guy. He sells hookah, and he saw my setup and he was like, I'm gonna try it. Don't judge me. I might not like it. He loves it, because you just have to show people, and you have to introduce them to the right thing. You can't put a new smoker on a full body stick, and no, you got to start them low and wean them up, right? So end goal is just to continue to educate, to continue to partner with people, continue to get the word out that if we are going to have this cigar culture and we're going to preserve it and we do want it, then we have to approach it in the right way. Just like today's lesson was supporting your lounge. It's disrespectful to walk into a lounge with your own cigars and just sit there and smoke everything you got. They have to keep the doors open. Go at least buy 1 or 2. You could take your own. You might not even like what they have in their humidor. You may not want to smoke nothing in there. Baby, pick it up and give it to your friends at the cookout that don't know what they smoking. That's etiquette. That's keeping the culture going. That's my opinion.
Yeah, because
And that's the longevity of what I want for my business.
okay, cool beans. Yeah, because being with Mo, me and Mo went to all different, and he do. I got to give it to him. He do tell us, all our friends and guys with us, we go somewhere different. Hey man, go ahead and support that man business. Hey man, get more than one, get 2 or 3. You can bring your own, but get his and smoke his. So you can support his business. Uh, but Mo, for you, you got a lot of things coming up, a lot of things going on in the cigar world, cigar community too. Can you
Yeah,
just
well,
speak on a little of it, if not all of it, real
yeah.
quickly?
I mean, I'm it's still at this embryo state. Matter of fact, I meet with a few gentlemen today at 3 o'clock. Matter of fact, we're going to be doing the same thing, a Zoom call. For 2 of the cigar owners in Indiana. There's 2 in Chicago. There'll be 3 in Dallas. There'll be a couple more coming in on the Zoom today. Um, but before I can get into that, let me just go back and touch bases again. And as I stated again, V, I'm with you 100%. You do have to keep the lights on. That's the bottom line. Nobody's in business to lose money. At least that not that I know of. Nobody's in business to lose money. And it's sad to say though, but a lot of times when I go into lounges and I may talk to the manager, I may talk to the owners themselves. And once I get to discussing cigars and I I I find it just a little bit frustrating because they like, well, I like a medium to mild cigar. Okay, well, what kind of binder? What fillers you like in it? What's your particular sellers? And usually they can't give me an answer on that. And I go,
Ex-
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm
they
like,
don't know.
wow. So yeah, I'm like, so you're a cigar owner, but yet you have no vast knowledge. And listen, I never claimed myself, and you'll never see the word aficionado in my title. You'll never see the word expert in my title. These are words I stay away from because I say that because if I am an individual that's trying to learn, I can't put those titles behind my name because I'm still learning. And as I tell people often, that's the process that you want to do. I get it. Like you said, some people go into business because right now it is a lucrative business. If you can cater to particularly a particular crowd, get a certain amount of people in, then yes, that's the thing that's going right now. You can circulate that and not have any knowledge. But Farad, you've seen me do this before. I've went in cigar lounges and I've given people tidbit. I've given them advice on how to keep their business in line. Or I
Hello.
remember one. You remember this one time for Rob? We won't mention the cigar lounge, but I went in and technically nobody knew much about the cigars. So I pulled the owner to the side. I said, "Hey, listen, let me help you out here because again, I'm a firm believer in this. It's enough money in that business for everybody to eat, regardless of what you want to think or say. I think the problem, and again, this is just my personal opinion, so nobody please take this offensive. I think the problem with the black culture is it's about egos. Everybody want an ego, It's like this my lounge, my lounge. Oh, hey, I get it, I get it. Again, no disrespect. This is no disrespect to my black people, and please, if you guys are listening and hearing in on this, please don't take it offensive. I have yet to go to a cigar lounge where I have seen a, how I want to say it, a multicultural lounge where the owners have their pictures up. Now, all the black establishment, the owners, you don't see pictures of all the owners. Whether if it's one owner, two owners, three, black people like that. And again, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. And again, again, hopefully, I'm not offending anybody in that. But I'm going to digress on that a little bit and go to what Farah. So one of the things that we're right now working on is we're working on what we call a black business correlation with cigars. It's going to be a black business coordination with cigars. And or let me just say, I have taken the game plan from, because I'm a big movie buff, I've taken the game plan from The Godfather and how they were able to collaborate, regardless of what territory they own. Pretty much like The Wire too. I took some of it from The Wire. If you ever been into that show, you know The Wire too. They had that coalition. And again, I don't see why black cigar owners can't do the same form of coalition. And again, one of the things I found disheartening is that how Indiana got hit with those storms.
Thank
And I reached out to those cigar owners. Hey man, how y'all doing? Y'all good? Are y'all able to stay afloat? Do y'all need anything? Now, just think for 1 minute, if we had a coalition, let's just say of 300, 400 black cigar owners, we can do this for one another. We can do that. We can reach back and say, hey, listen, the Indiana got hit, guys. Oh, okay, we're gonna have an emergency meeting. We get on Zoom. There's no head. Everything will be taken by a vote. If the majority of the vote says, hey, we need to send them money or we need to send them resources, we're gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take care of our people. Like I said, I won't get too much in depth with that because there's other things that we're trying to establish in that goal. But like I said, we would definitely be meeting today. This would technically be on attentively our unofficial first meeting. And of course, we're looking to invite all Black cigar owners. So if if you know some people that may be interested in this, or yourself too, you don't necessarily have to be a cigar owner to be in this coalition. You just got to have the love for the culture itself and the love for the people. That's all we ask that you do. And again, you guys are welcome to be a part of this if you choose to.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mr. Moses Haynes, Ambassador of Cigars. Really appreciate you both. Uh, V, I definitely understand that. I know that you're on a time constraint and that, you have to go back to what you were doing prior. I got to admit to you, I do enjoy your Instagram. I'm a follower and I do watch you every day uh, for all your advice, uh, especially the one about keep lighting your cigars. That one was a big hit. I do go and I share your video. I shared it Saturday at a place in Sherryville, Indiana called Karma Cigars with one of my guys. And after he got past the looks and all that and started listening, he really understood his first cigar and he really understood what you was talking about. Of course, Mo, I'm always telling people about us, you and your knowledge of cigars and how you connect distributors. You can connect people. You got that in you, and you both. I just want to say thank you because this is my very first my very first video I did. I've been doing interviews, live interviews. Where I actually go to the cigar lounge, and this is kind of like more of a comfortability because I'm home. I'm able to sit back and have coffee, which I love with my cigar. The last thing I want to ask you too, real quickly, is when you smoking a cigar, what do you vibe it with? What do you drink it with? I don't drink liquor. I do Mountain Dew and a coffee. What about you, Miss B?
What you mean when he got past the looks?
Come on, yeah. Look, hold on. The title saying for itself. Pretty girl. Come on.
She smokes pretty. That's the thing. And that is why I am who I am, and that is how you got the auntie sitting on the porch just chilling. I'm not. I don't need no. We don't need no makeup. We don't need to over
No.
sexualize smoking cigars.
Oh, she got
We
on a
we
big
in
old
chill
robe.
mode, which goes into your question. I love. I'm on it right now. Cigars and coffee. That's how I get my day started, and I am a drinker. I do drink sociably. So when I do choose to drink, it's gonna be either Woodford Reserve, neat, or and I'm a Tito's girl too, so sometimes you may see me with a lemon drop and a cigar, but it just depends on what my palate wants for that day. But I'd never go wrong with cigars and coffee.
Right.
Even in the lounges about 5 p.m. I'll get cigars and coffee, or I like tea as well with my cigars. And thank you for acknowledging that you follow me, that you listen, that you share. That's the key. That's what I want. I don't want the looks. I don't want somebody to see. The looks draw you in, as with anything in a relationship. Whoever you with is because you saw them and you saw something you like, which is why I also unlock my funny side to the public people as well, to see my comedic side, so I wasn't so serious, and that you didn't just get the looks that go along with it, because that is what I feel that's taboo, and what I want to take those things away from the women in the culture, that we're only looks.
Right.
There are very educated, smart cigar aficionados, even if they don't want to be that, or sommelier certified individuals that have gone through the ringers as females, a lot of Black females too that people do not know about, that have gone and researched and are doing more than smoking. The group of women that I take to Nicaragua that are going back and in February and being the first woman to take a group of women to Nicaragua, I pat myself on the back. I'm proud of that, because I took these women to tour farms and factories, roll cigars, blend cigars, get behind the nitty gritty from seed to smoke, so that we can know too, because we are here now. Women are here. We're here to stay. And when we come in the room, I expect us to make of our knowledge. One thing I asked my daughter has been having to repeat this since she could talk. And I always say, why are you so beautiful? Because my daughter is beautiful, hands down. She's one of the most beautiful females I ever seen in my life. And I said, why are you so beautiful? And her answer has to be, because I'm smart. Because if you was dumb, you'll be ugly as hell. If you had a bad attitude, you'll be ugly as I don't know what. If you can't read right, you would be ugly. If you are stupid, you are ugly. If you are goofy, you are ugly. Physical, why are you so beautiful? Because I'm smart. And when you see she smokes pretty and you see women smoking pretty, what I want them to be is smart, educated, know the leaf, know what you're doing, know why you're there, hold the conversations. We in there. Golf courses, I play golf. My daughter play golf. You said some of the best things ever, some of the best deals are made, used to be made on the golf course and the cigar lounge, and it can still be that. But there's another presence there now, and we're gonna own what we're doing while we're there.
Okay, thank you. We're getting ready to close it out. Mo, is there anything you want to say before we close it out?
Yeah, real quickly. First of all, let me again commend you, V, on your efforts to again educate women in that process. I personally think that I've sat beside women. One the thing that I find offensive is when I see guys come in, and of course, seeing a pretty woman like yourself and other pretty women, the first thing they go to the woman, which I think is insulting, is what you know about that cigar. And I kind of look at them myself and I go, you'd be surprised what she knows. You'll be very surprised at what she know about that cigar. And I know that may be a way of him creating an opening to maybe have a conversation with her. But again, don't insult her intelligence on that. Don't insult her intelligence, because you wouldn't ask a guy what he knew about that cigar. So again, don't stereotype just because she's a woman and she's sitting in there and she's smoking a cigar. I would pretty much say this: most women that I've encountered usually have a vast knowledge of cigars and the process. Even some, like I said, have educated me in the matters, in certain matters of it. But go ahead and finish answering your question real quickly. I don't drink myself. I stopped drinking 5, 6 years ago. Just a choice of habit. Uh, and so, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Go ahead, man. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
oh, okay. I think something popped up on my thing.
Yeah, something did. It said thank you, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, but yeah, like I said, I'll close it out real quickly. If I do take a cigar, normally if I'm in a lounge or anywhere else, I usually pair it with a cranberry juice.
Okay, yeah, you do. There you go. So real quick, I'm gonna let you both know. Coming up in God willing, inshallah, as a Muslim, uh, I am gonna have. I'm working on having an event here in the Northwest Indiana Gary area. Cigar and Chess in the park, May 9th, 2027. I'm working on that right now. Uh, got most of it done already, permits and whatnot. It will be live as well as you all invited. If you can make it, if you all invited to come and hang out with me and everything. And I definitely am so appreciative of both of you taking out your time this morning and to be able to talk to me and help me. You can see this on my YouTube at Loyalty to the Leaf, on my YouTube as well as my Instagram, Loyalty to the Leaf, as well as my TikTok, Loyalty to the Leaf, as well as my Facebook. You probably can guess it's going to be Loyalty to the Leaf. Uh, Mo Haynes, again, brother, I know you're a busy man. I thank you. Man, I appreciate you so much for doing this. And thank you
No,
both for
no,
being
no.
part of my
Thank you.
very first video uh, that I'm able to produce. I'm sorry for earlier where the audio was on me. Uh, I'm a technical guy and I should have known better. Very technical. I should have known better. I know you're going to get on me later about it.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I'm very
yeah.
technical.
This
But
is the same guy that breaks down laptops and put it back together.
yeah, but
Okay.
I guess the nervousness of being able to talk to you both at the same time, and then getting this all this information. I hope that my viewers learn something today, and I hope they go visit. Mo, you got a page you want anybody to visit, or you just
At the current time, nah, I'm still
okay?
got some things under construction right now.
So if a distributor see this, and I have a couple of them that I'm gonna send to, that they ask me to send it to them. Where can they send it to for you? How can they reach you, Mo? Real
Well,
quickly.
they can just go to my Facebook page, Moses Haynes. They'll actually see. They can leave me a message in my inbox.
Okay.
I'll be able to get back with them in regards to that.
Hmm.
Or they can reach out to me on Instagram, Mo's Better, Moze. Mozbetter.
Okay. And what about you, Miss V? somebody want to reach out and know more, especially whether it's a man or a woman, it's just universal for you. How could they reach you uh, in your platform or your email or however you want them to reach you?
Well, everything is She Smokes Pretty. That She Smokes plural pretty. Instagram, Facebook. I don't have it as my TikTok. They said I need to do that. My daughter's been teaching me about this social media stuff. And my email address is shesmokespretty@gmail.com. Coming soon, I have something called pore protectors that you will be seeing for women to use and men to use to cover their drinks in lounges. These are drink covers. Now they're adhesive, they stick and peel away from the glasses. You can cover them up, no more using napkins. We also customize them to whatever brand molds better. Want some covers to go. We get them customized for businesses as well. And then you can catch me at Atlanta Culture Week coming up September 28th through October the 4th, I believe it is, here in the Atlanta area. This weekend I'll be at Smoking Blanc. Another female cigar owner, Severe Smoke City Lounge. She has coined and trademarked Smoking Blanc, equivalent to Dinner and Blanc. This is the second year. It's going strong and sold out. So just moving around. And CCST link, if you want to get your CCST certifications through Tobacconist University, with me through Tobacconist University, you can also click the link in my Instagram bio, and that takes you there as well. And it's not just for women, but it's catered to women. That one part Pretty Smokers 101 is catered to women, but that's not a pass or fail. And I also provide study lessons for anybody. Before you take your CCST exam and take the 50 questions, I have however many study sessions you need to get you to pass. That's something that nobody does. You just sign up and you go for it. And I did not like that. At least teach. And so also Monday, August the 31st at a Cigar Lounge, we're doing moo-moos and margaritas, which is an educational class for women that's filled up so that we can have a intimate, informal education class. Anybody that wants to come and learn, even though it's filled, you want to come, still come.
All right. I thank you both today. I thank you both for being part of Loyalty to the Leaf, Cigar Experience. Again, my name is Farad, and I want to thank everybody for joining today. I want you both to have a great day, okay?
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Salute to you, Miss V.
And salute to it for real.
Thank you. Thank y'all both so much. And Mose, I'm about to follow you, okay?
All right, likewise.
I really appreciate your education.
Yeah, no,